This guy couldn't be trusted to hold the job. Let alone the U.S. Congress. I cannot wait.
He lied. And you lied. You never sued Brad, John. You're dishonest. John, what's the case number, John? John, you little snake oil salesman, you little dishonest fraud. John.
I'll make sure you're never in office.
John, my friend, how dare you?
Listen, Dad, I hate to tell you this, but the lawsuit is pending against Bradley down in Houston. We're waiting to serve him with the process papers. The service processor can't locate him at his job at Children's Houston's Hospital. But I want to thank you all for coming to my friend, the trash bag. He's changing into a beautiful phoenix. We're converting this room into a John Kitover fundraiser. I can't thank you all enough for coming. Free Israel from the Hamas terrorist threat now. Liberate the hostages and destroy Hamas now. So future generations of Israelis won't have to live under the threat of Islamic terrorism from the Gaza Strip. Thank you all for coming. You terrorist-supporting low IQ losers. You've wasted years of your lives on this app. I've created 30,000 videos of you schmucks promoting terrorism, supporting terrorism. We've notified the FBI a total of 10 times. Kash Patel and Dan Bongino know about Clubhouse. They know about you, and they are tracking you. For one day soon, that search warrant is going to get issued, and your front door is going to get kicked in. And when they push it in, you're going to jump on Clubhouse and say, John Kitover was right. They were tracking us, and they have been listening to our terrorist promotion and terrorist supporter rooms. Fuck John Kitover, he got me arrested and now I'm getting deported or I'm being put in jail for 25 years for domestic terrorism, all because of candidate Congressman John. Thanks for coming, everybody. This is Jews Against Genocide, organized by our good friend, my friend, and Daniel. Thank you all for being here. God bless you all. I know some of you aren't enthusiastic about our campaign to get into the 16th district in Congress. But I want to let you know, it's losers like you, the terror-supporting cocksuckers, who are your own worst enemy. Yeah, that's you. If you support terrorism and you support violence, you are your own worst enemy. You don't support justice. You don't support the law. You only support your grandiosity, your opinions, your lies, and your propaganda. You are the true schmucks and low IQ small schmeckle people we like to talk about. There are autistic Down syndrome facilities we could place you in if you're willing to let go of your terrorist promotion. But if you won't let go of terrorist promotion, we will just push it in, kick your door down, drag you out in cuffs and beat you over the head with a billy club, mace you, and maybe use stun grenades on entry. Thanks for being here. This is the campaign to elect candidate Congressman John Kitover. Go to johnforcongress.com right now. I'm updating the link to our donation page. If you love listening to the roast of terrorist promoters here on Clubhouse, consider giving the campaign $1. Just $1 like the Rebbe. That's okay. Menachem Schneerson was a great guy. Only $1 needed because you know why? It's the thought, the intention behind it. Thank you all so much for coming. We can't thank you enough. Wasting all your time on Clubhouse. Non-stop free Palestine. I don't support Hamas. I don't support Hamas. I only completely support Hamas. That's what you like to say. I don't support Hamas. But, the Israelis, they're not entitled to security. They can't take over a bunch of terrorist territory to protect themselves. They got to play by the international rules of law. And Netanyahu's a terrorist himself. When does it end? Oh, you know when it ends? When every single Hamasnik terrorist's head is literally disintegrated in the ground and they're being buried and the Israeli Jewish hostages are free and back home. That's when it ends, ladies and gentlemen. The poll's been updated with a campaign donation link. We're turning this into a fundraiser. Do you want to come to Chicago or not, Zach? We need you. No, I know. I'm writing you my thoughts. So welcome back to the campaign to elect John Kitover.
We can talk about that another time, but do you still need help or no?
Yeah, absolutely. We need to do fundraising here. I mean, you can keep coming to Clubhouse like these loser strokers who keep coming here and wasting all their time generating nothing, doing nothing.
Money's not for his campaign, it's for his mortgage. So everyone please donate immediately.
But I could.
No, keep working, but you know, we need to fundraise to get you here. We've exhausted our funds so far.
When am I going to start talking about the problems people deal with in District 6 or Peoria?
It's District 16, schmuck.
Yeah, I'm sure you're begging for money. You're begging for pennies. Also, you can scream and spend your time in Cup House and still miss your mortgage payment. I think that's a joke, and it's laughable, and that's why you can't even make it on the ballot.
Why are you being so mean?
I support Darren the Hood. That's why, because this guy wants to jail his political opponents and have the FBI raid their homes. I mean, he's a lunatic, and that's very un-American. And that's why, again, he'll never make it on the ballot.
Listen, you slimy little piece of dog shit. You're a terrorist supporter, terrorist promoter. And as soon as the FBI or Department of Homeland Security kicks your front fucking door in and drags your terrorist supporting ass out in cuffs and beats you over the head with billy clubs and you're screaming, oh, give me my phone, I gotta get on Clubhouse and let everybody know that candidate John got the FBI to kick my door in. Oh, that's why they're going to kick your door in, Jack, because you're a terrorist promoting, terrorist supporter, Jack. We got you on record. You, Mikhail, Edward, Amir are all going to have your shit pushed in by the end of September. It's coming. The FBI knows who you are, motherfucker, and they're about to kick your fucking front door in, Jack. I know you're on the run now, but you better look out, Jack. The FBI is coming for you, Jack. For you.
Actually putting in any work. You collect the donations on Clubhouse and you're trying to pay people to collect signatures for you instead of doing the job yourself. You spent time on live stream and tried to pay people to do your job and it didn't work. And you didn't get the signatures and you're not on the ballot. And now you're crashing out, which I get it. But try to...
I don't like your tone of voice. You can come back on the stage. I'm going to ask you to speak in a kind tone of voice and stop being antagonistic. You can join my stage, but I will not allow antagonism. So please welcome back. Don't be my friend John. I'm going to invite you to the stage and I'm going to move you.
Okay, that's fair. You didn't throw him down one of the...
Well, I didn't.
But John,
I didn't know that the FBI raided you.
They didn't, but that's what he wants. But anyways, John, curious question for someone who lives in
Well,
Chicago.
you started it.
Why not do the work yourself instead of paying people? Why not go door to door? It's a genuine question.
Well, that's an ignorant question.
Why is that ignorant? I've done it for campaigns.
And how many signatures did you collect every day?
I helped Denise Barnes get elected in Anaheim.
And how many signatures did you collect every day?
Enough to get on the ballot and win.
So how many did you collect?
Thousands.
Huh?
Thousands.
You collected thousands every day?
No, not thousands every day.
How many did you
Probably
personally collect?
I did.
Yes, per day. How many
I
did
would
you
say
do?
about 50 a day.
Door knocking?
Door knocking, getting doors slammed in your face, getting chewed out, talking to old people. People
And were you paid for your
I was
time?
not paid a dime. This was an internship. This was free labor. And
Well,
old people can talk your
how
head
old were you at the time? How old were you at the time when you did this?
Oh my God, so many questions. I was 23, 24, 23 years old.
Well, when you get a little bit older, you can't
here
do
we
stuff
go.
for free anymore. So a lot of these signature
Not
collections
for free. My friend,
Why
this is
you're
not for free.
interrupting me? I can go back on mute, but all I'm going to say is that most of the signature collection campaigns in America today are compensation for the collectors.
John, have you ever done door to
Listen, you tiny dick, little faggot, terror-supporting piece of shit. I'm about to blow the shofar up your ass. Here we go. Rabbono Shalom. This is for you, you tiny dick, little terror-supporting faggot.
All right. Audience, just to keep it consistent. John, please step back. Please don't be antagonistic.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it would serve you well. Let your constituents get to know who you are.
Yeah, let them get to know that I report terrorist, cocksucking, faggot promoters like you, Jack. The FBI is going to push your fucking door in with Amir and Edward and Mikhail. It's coming, Jack. I don't need to talk to you about my campaign. You need to lawyer up before the FBI kicks your fucking door in and says, stop what you're doing, put your hands in the air. It's the FBI, Jack. That's what they're going to say when they push your fucking front door in, you terrorist supporting tiny dick little faggot.
We have freedom of speech in this country. I've never supported any terrorist or their speech, but regardless of your slander and defamation, which is fine, it's okay, it's expected actually, we'll continue spreading.
It's not slander and defamation. It's recordings of you promoting terrorism, supporting terrorism, being a domestic terrorist, Jack. It's all on YouTube, live stream from phone to phone. YouTube to Clubhouse, starring you, starring Mikhail, starring Amir, starring Edward. The FBI, Jack. That's what they say when they kick your door and they say, hands up! It's the FBI, Jack. That's what you're going to hear before you get wonked over the head with a billy club and the handcuffs get put on and they drag you out by your fucking hair, Jack. It's not polite. They drag you out by your fucking hair. And you're going to be screaming, wait, pass me my phone, quick, I got to get on Clubhouse. I got to get on the app and let everybody know what candidate John did to us. He recorded us for years promoting terrorism. He recorded us for years supporting terrorism.
Barthelamius, he left. Barthelamius, please vote. He's gone.
We should do a poll if we think John's going to win. I want to see how many people are deluded.
Let's just do a poll to see if John gets on the ballot. Because that's the real win here, Jack. I hate to tell it to you. Just getting on the ballot is the challenge. I've been through ballot challenges, signature petition challenges. Jack, all you've done in years is come on this app and run your worthless little terrorist-supporting, terrorist-promoting mouth. Jack, you've accomplished nothing. I'm in a race to defeat a sitting congressman. Who the fuck are you, you little terrorist-supporting, terrorist-promoting? Oh, I know who you are. You're that guy who the FBI is about to kick and push his shit in. And when they kick your door in, Jack, they say, hands up, FBI. Just remember that saying, Jack. They're about to push your shit in with Amir, Edward, Mikhail. They're about to kick your door in, Jack.
What else did they say, John?
They say, hands up, FBI. Hands to the sky, or we'll shoot you, little terrorist promoter, terrorist supporter. It's coming, Jack. You're not allowed to do what you're doing. You are supporting and promoting terrorist activities, Jack. You, Edward, Mikhail, Amir, you're all about to have your shit pushed in. And they're going to drag you out by your fucking hair, and you're going to be screaming, somebody quick, turn on Clubhouse and record the audio from this arrest. Quick, I want everybody to know it was candidate John that got me arrested.
You're trying to silence and arrest your political opposition. That's great. That's fine. But we have freedom of speech in this country, buddy. We have a Bill of Rights, the Constitution. Something you should learn if you're ever planning to be in this great country to often.
Sorry, friend. We protect against enemies domestic. We've sworn an oath to the Constitution, unlike you, you dirty terrorist supporting promoter. Here we go.
Yeah, we can move on to something more what is it, the head of the EU, whatever. So she writes, we will set up a Palestine donor group because any future Palestinian state must be viable also from an economic point of view. And we Europeans will set up a dedicated instrument for Gaza reconstruction. Gaza must be rebuilt.
I want to hear from Ash. She ran the other day when I asked her, give me 5 examples on how Donald Trump is ruining North America. She ran.
She's here now.
Ira?
No, unless your name's Ash. Ash.
Wait, Daniel, who was it who tweeted that? Sorry. I missed that.
Ursula von der Leyen. You know who that is?
Yeah. Wait, is she the lady who leads the
She's
EU?
the EU Commission president.
Yeah, so I've heard of this. So this has to do something with Donald Trump's latest proposal. That this is kind of like the beginning stages he proposed to the Arab states and Pakistan and.
The Donald Trump proposal? My name is Jack. I live in a delusion.
What
Of the Arabs, there was also an Arab conference that they have like the Gaza after, and it's kind of like the same idea basically.
Essentially, yeah. It's basically saying like disarm Hamas can come out basically. Basically, there will be no Hamas in Gaza. Rebuild.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Point 1. Who's doing this? Because I now read also that Macron wants to international force to disarm Hamas, which I think is amazing. Like loving it. I don't see this is happening. Like now, like French people and British people will now go into Gaza and fight Hamas. I really don't see those.
Daniel, I believe, if I'm not wrong, I believe Hamas actually said, in terms of not being part of any future governance, they said that they would agree to that as long as a Palestinian independent technocrat.
We're talking about 2 different things.
And then, wait, let me finish. And then the disarmament, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they said they would even leave. I could be wrong about that.
The leaders, no, some of the leaders did say that they are willing to basically, they have no problem with exile. At least some of them. At least like the one that is, I forgot his name, the one that was head of the Gaza division, the one that is now the head of the Hamas in Gaza because all the others are dead. The bald guy, if you know what. So he basically said that he's willing to exile. I don't know about everybody. And again, you know, if the resistance stays and someone else takes over and those people just kind of escape judgment from their own people, then it doesn't help. You need to kind of disarm and take the infrastructure.
The Indonesians, because they're asking for governments to send some international force along potentially with the PA, but definitely international force. And I think the Indonesians said they would send troops to kind of take care of this, help secure Gaza, like in terms of security and, you know, for both security for Israel and the Palestinians. And I think overall, if this does go through, right, like, because this is just a proposal, if it does go through, I honestly believe Hamas kind of won in so many ways here. Like,
They won the genocide? I'm
so,
interested to know how did they win.
yeah, so like it would.
He's trying to positively reframe a loser's position where everyone's been obliterated and the entire way of life has been completely destroyed.
John, I'm really interested now if Israel achieved all the objectives of the war and Hamas, like how did Hamas win?
Well, basically, Hamas won because in the minds and hearts of billions of people around the world, they have infected them with a mind virus.
They would basically consider it a win because, of course, anytime, you know, and their framing of it is like you're fighting for justice or freedom or whatever you're going to say, there's going to be sacrifice. And they'll say everyone who died, this base in Gaza was basically sacrificed for this. And this being that Gaza will be run by a Palestinian government. People are not ethnically cleansed, and this will never happen in Gaza again. Basically, this war, these pits for cash, basically every year, almost done.
No, it's weird, you say? Okay.
I'll wrap it up right here. But essentially, the siege of Gaza would basically be over, and people in Gaza going forward, it will be rebuilt for a different life, right?
So you're saying
that's kind of the win right there.
No, listen.
It would lead to some solution.
I salute you for the flexibility. Okay, the threat was Hamas. Okay, the reason that Gaza was blockaded and got bombed was Hamas. The reason that the war is happening is because Hamas. And then Hamas is removed and the threat is gone. And now Hamas is the winner, but by basically being removed. I mean, you don't need all this proposal.
Oh, that's the fun. Woody.
I really salute you. This could have been achieved any day from 2005 and until if this will happen after Gaza will rebuild, I don't know, in a decade or two, at any moment if Hamas will just lay down their arms. But yeah, it's a win because we wanted to ethnically cleanse and we wanted to genocide and our plans didn't work out. No, dude, those accusations from day one, you knew that this was not true. Like, it's not true. It was in your ecosystem, and now you are flipping it. You're accused of something that didn't happen, and now you're trying to kind of show it as a win that the thing that you're accused of us didn't win, didn't manage. While the objective of the war, both of them will be achieved, a total win. Hamas will be defeated, demilitarized and gone, total win. But yeah, you know what? I understand you have like this problem with pride or with reality or with fact. But you know what? This is the genesis of it for Hamas. They should have said so. Really, we would have. I would have personally handed out on a silver plate years ago.
Daniel, just a second. Point of clarification. When I say what I just said, I'm seeing this as a perspective of what I've been hearing from Hamas supporters and what their end goal was. Some of the things
That's you, dummy. You're a Hamas supporter, a terrorist promoter, a terrorist supporter.
Hold on. Fucked up what I was thinking about. So basically, essentially, those wins, some of those were part of the things that Hamas supporters have been saying would be the end goal of this battle. And in their worldview, of course, they believe Israel, had a grander plan of eventually ethnically cleansing and this war against Zionism, because anti-Zionism was.
What is this, fucking Star Wars or the movie Doom? They're fighting terrorists to the death because they're suicidal terrorists willing to die in the process to prove a point because they're brainwashed and stupid like you, Jack.
John, please.
I had something I was gonna.
Bev lists off like 5 people in the room that are dumb, yet she's here listening. What does that make you, Bev? What does that make you, you fucking douchebag? Bev and Ash, they're fucking sick, demonic people. Saying that everybody's dumb. Cyrus a simp, saying that she's intelligent. She's a great mother. He doesn't even know these fucking people.
Daniel, I was getting a fucking.
You guys were fighting in the chat. I was talking about Hamas is a win, and I said that Hamas is wrong. It will not be a win. They could have had, there was a problem. And if we achieve our goals, and that it's not a win, but if this is what they want to tell themselves in their made-up world of fact, then enjoy the win. I would have delivered it. This is basically a summary of.
You see, my friend, you can still win in the chat, even though if you can't win in the audio version. There's still communication happening in the chat. And don't forget, everybody, Jack here, Amir, Edward, Mikhail, they're all getting their front doors pushed in by the FBI because they're terrorist promoters, terrorist supporters. And when they push it in, Jack, and they drag you out by your hair, and you're screaming, please, just give me my phone. I want to go on Clubhouse to document my arrest. Go ahead, Jack. Just scream it out when you get that chance. Thanks, everybody.
Everything but the sheer
Okay, Mark and Castros.
Well, it's just weird to me. It's weird that there's
Don't ruin this stage.
loser here.
Conversation on stage.
Never. Are you fat?
The conversation. Are you new to Clubhouse? It's a waste of time.
I have her phone number and picture. And Ash.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Maybe we will unite. Either we will go to the chat or we bring the chat here. But this is a bit like the people.
I suggest turn off the chat.
I suggest we do a poll.
We have a poll. We have a poll going. Vote in the poll.
Listen, they recently gave a poll to over 1.2 million Palestinians, and they said, would you rather see Hamas defeated and in exile and obliterated from your lives forever, or would you continue that they want to fight the war to the death? 99.9% of Palestinians said, Hamas, puh!
But not Jack.
I'd like to invite Bev to the stage. Page Bev B. User has already been invited to this room.
She won't come. Neither will Ash. They won't
It's
come.
very weird behavior. Why is
Because
that
they're
being
fans.
on
They're
Clubhouse?
losers.
What is the point? Ash has gone.
Yeah. Now.
I also want to say APAC just upped their donation from 10,000 to 30,000. Thanks, Dr. Schwartzman.
Zionist loves
Thanks,
Zionist
Dr. Schwartzman.
people. I'm literally begging her to join the stage. I'm begging her to join the stage. Please join the stage.
Who I would also invite, so she doesn't feel like she's fan.
Yeah, make me a mod. Let me invite her too.
Well, I would make you on, but you were playing music earlier. It was really
Well, I was trying to shut Jack up while the infomercial was going on about the FBI.
You can play music, but only if it's Bob Marley or Marciano.
All right.
What about
Or Zach Dillon. You can play Zach Dillon.
You don't like Shlomo Karlbach?
Can you play a song, baby?
Wait. Shema, let's do the Shema.
The song is there. Surge, S-E-R-G-E, Surge.
Yeah. Gainsbourg.
Gainsbourg.
Yeah. Okay. What song?
It's called Couleur Cafe. C-O-U-L-O-U-R.
This time you
Got it. It's playing right now. 1 second. Then you can. It goes on too long. 1 second.
There was no man you know.
Oh, he's gonna pop it.
Palestinian supporters who want to make the case that what Palestinians desire is peace, I think the case can be made. If you're in the chat and you're saying free Palestine all day, you're welcome to join the stage and make the case that all the Palestinians want is peace. And you can try to argue and get me to see the truth, which is that all the Palestinians want is peace. I don't believe that's true, and I think that people who are talking about that are stupid. I think that Bev is a stupid person. So I don't know. I mean, I guess we can just have trolls in the chat, or we can just listen to music. But I think it's weird when the trolls in the chat are saying that we don't want them to speak, or that we're silencing them, or something like that. Grace is always talking about hate, like her people aren't the ones murdering children. So the notion that Israel is murdering children is a lie. The only people who say that are stupid, hateful people.
And Grace doesn't hate.
Silence people.
And Grace
That's a
never
stupid
used
thing
that
to
word.
say. I think, Bev, you're a stupid idiot.
You've asked her to come on stage like 20 times. How are we silencing
Yeah,
her?
she's saying, but so she's just lying. I mean, these people just lie. I think that it's really important to just say. Anybody was saying, I just saw a video today of Palestine, and there's children in the streets, full of children in the street, and they're dropping leaflets on the children, warning them, hey, remember, we're having a war against your parents, the Hamas fighters, so be careful. Last time I was here, BB invited me on stage thinking he was going to bully me. He got outsmarted, and then I got gulagged. Well, I'm much smarter than BB. No offense. Just joking. But, I mean, try it again. Feel free to try it again. BB is a different person. BB is my friend who is a moderator currently.
my friend.
See, my friend, I can do this. Zach, don't you know that this debate won't create peace? Only Torah, only Tanya, only pre-programmed wisdom. There's no programming wisdom coming out of these debates. I hate to break the bad news for you. Do you got 60 seconds from Tanya?
Only wisdom creates peace.
You need to do like a Dorso commercial.
This debate won't create peace.
I'm telling you, do you gentlemen have 60 seconds for Tanya? Do you even care about Torah?
STF. You debunk what I said. What did you say? Grace's people are the ones killing children. That's the most recent claim that was made.
Let me ask you a
Like
question.
her people aren't the ones murdering children. But Israel isn't murdering children. There's no proof that they are.
Charlie
So
didn't get the benefit
it's
of
bunk. What you said is bunk. You just said Israel is murdering children. There's no claim to debunk. It's not true. There's no evidence to support your claim. Therefore, it is bunk. Would you like to make another claim? I'm debating with Bev in the chat. I'm going to finish this cigarette. I'm going to go back and I'm going to have people. Excuse me, would you sign to help John Kitover defeat Darren LaHood? No.
All you gotta say is, sir, you have 10 seconds to defeat Darren LaHood. This is a congressional petition. They go, give it to me. Did you say Darren LaHood?
Oh, really? All right, well then, maybe you should pay more.
Listen, I don't even know if I might be getting ripped off and scammed at $1.50 a signature. I think people are just sitting there and maybe filling out, $15 sheets. I think that's,
All over the internet. Proving you're lying. Laugh my ass off.
So she's watching
I can post pictures of three-legged Palestinians. I can post pictures of women with 5, 6 fingers on their hand. A lot of AI pictures, a lot of body bags checking their phones, a lot of body bags moving around, a lot of people who are supposed to be crying and they turn into laughing. The same as Jewish people who isn't Jewish. No,
They didn't say from the beginning of the war. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can, but I wanted to say that you're telling me. But yes, from the beginning of the war, what was happening?
Zach, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it. Just kick her from the room. Just don't do that to yourself in the chat, Zach. No, do you gentlemen even have 60 seconds for Torah? I would like to do a tiny meditation.
I don't have the Tanya with me. I have my Rosh Hashanah booklet.
us 60 seconds from the booklet. Please, anything positive or intelligent. You know, I like to think of this as an audiobook, and I've heard yet to hear anything intelligent.
How's that?
אחת.
Yachad.
Together.
Weren't your people sterilizing Ethiopian Jewish women
Thank you,
to keep them
Daniel.
from having babies? First of all, that was like 20 years ago, and second of all, no. I think that was debunked as well. Ethiopian Jews being sterilized. You can just Google all this stuff. This is dumb. This is a waste of time.
No one was sterilized.
This is a waste of time.
Like,
You're a dumb lady saying
No.
Ethiopian Jews has nothing to do with pre-Palestine. So if you want to care about pre-Palestine, what are you talking about Ethiopian Jews? When you start talking about Ethiopian Jews, you are simply supporting my theory, which is that free Palestine simply means fuck Israel. Free Palestine, they don't care about Palestine. Free Palestine is the same as Allahu Akbar. If you hear somebody saying free Palestine, you better duck.
Zach, it's a mind virus. You have to break it with Tanya, something intelligent. You can't just smoke cigarettes and scream out these free Palestine people are stupid. We know they're stupid. They're not reading anything.
Yeah, it's true. Anything else? Sire is in the chat. Free Palestine. So that means fuck Jews. So Sire is a black guy who hates Jews.
yeah.
I guess that's cool. So cool. What a surprise! A black guy who hates Jews. What a surprise!
No, it's like basically people that need to find other, like, basically a reason why they are failures will use Jews as an excuse for their failures.
Listen, do you gentlemen have 60 seconds for Tanya? Pick a number 1 through 50. This is going to be the last thing I say to the room. Oh, dear God. Here we go. Free Mangione, too, while we're at it. Just another LGBTQ rainbow. Like, hey, gentlemen, do you have 60 seconds to toy with Tanya? I'd like to make a positive contribution to the room.
Yeah, free Luigi Mangione. And also, I do invite Bev onto stage. She said she didn't want to debate the other people because she has doesn't have mob powers and is afraid of being good. So she's always felt schools to debate me. First of all, about the Ethiopian Jewish women, they were not sterilized. They were given birth control that was active for 3 to 6 months, and because they're in refugee camps.
Oh, Jesus, gentlemen. I'm sorry, but I take ownership for what I put in my brain. I can't listen to this free Mangione rainbow liquor anymore. I'd like to read 60 seconds from Tanya. Sorry to interrupt you. You'll have your moment. Can anybody give me a number 1 through 25? And you're going to get 60 seconds of Tanya. Can't stand listening to this rainbow liquor. You want 13? I think I read 13 recently to yak off. This is called internal conflict. The in-betweener is judged by both inclinations, judged by them, not ruled by them. Also, everybody, take the deepest breath of the day while we're at it. The in-betweener listens to the claims of both inclinations and judges between them. When a physical desire arises, the left side of your heart is aroused to pursue it. This is the voice of the inclination toward selfishness. Bring that passionlessness. Most often, the two inclinations are in conflict. So lift the matter to God, who will strengthen the goodness of the right, as our sages teach. Without God's help, the evil inclination could not be overcome. Since everyone has both good and evil inclinations, There is no sense in being judged by them, but only by how you handle them. The in-betweener lifts the competition to God. This is what is meant by the teaching, I set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore choose life that you may live. If the word therefore is a command from God telling us which to choose, then there is in fact no choice at all. Choose life should not be read as a command, but rather as a consequence. Torah and Tanya are saying that if you clearly see that the right side speaks for life and the left side speaks for death, you will naturally choose life. The real choice is not between life and death, but between seeing and not seeing.
Thank you, John. I have to go back to synagogue, but I am going to make you a mod, okay?
Bye-bye. Busted up and went through.
You may want to consider adding magnesium L3 to your routine.
Unlike other forms of magnesium, I'll give you $100 right now. Sir. Prove you wrong on what point specifically? Because there's a lot of wrong points. Okay, let's start with this one.
The two Martins?
Let's start with this one.
Listen, happy Rosh Hashanah, everybody. Shavua Tov. Gekachen lichtigen dein Eugen and Fushta Reboinan Shaloiloin. I hope this blast from my shofar helps eliminate the mind virus and the chillism syndicate of loser low IQ people who can't give it up. It's the worst toxic community.
Overwhelmingly younger, more female, they're more LGBT coded, they're very focused on immigration, and
Listen, all you LGBTQ Democrats, happy Rosh Hashanah. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
fucking knock on the show and we're gonna quit.
That is not what happened, Bart. That is
Hello?
not what happened. Sorry, but that's just so.
Okay, so I'm gonna land my plane. The
Hello?
overwhelming majority of Democratic Party voters are working class consideration. Whereas the activists in the party, they're not evil, but the activists
Just call her a gypsy, like a
educated background. The activists demand things like trans surgery, women and girls sports,
an actual physical
open
run.
borders. I'm not
Or
saying
unless
the activists, I'm not saying the
something
activists
happened
are evil, but their values, their morals, their ethics are so totally the voters that they doom the party to lose the next four elections.
This is a Republican speaking. The shame, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's some leftist arrangement. So what actually happened in the Harris thing was Harris wanted to go on Rogan. She shifted her entire schedule to go on Rogan.
So that was politically correct. They just kicked me from the room. And they've been doing a lot of the YouTube notifications on me, but they haven't stopped me. And every complaint that they submit, I counter that I own the copyright, the IP, and that these are malicious reports. So, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but more often than not, it's not a problem. And YouTube knows what I'm doing, and just so everybody knows who these people are and what they support and what they're talking about. But we're gonna hop back in. We got a new account, a new private account. And we're going to jump back in. Core document. What's this phone over here?
The people, the popular movements, whatever, of the right, they don't go against them. They don't correct them. They don't, if anything, they rile them up. They say, yes, that and more, Trump, I'm going to be your retribution, right? That kind of thing. And then it feels like on the left, they're always trying to moderate people. So, like, I don't know, let's say, like, on the Gaza issue or whatever, it's like, it's a more moderating response. It's like, yes, we hear you, valid, and also, we need to think about this, and there's this consideration, and da-da-da. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like the right is like, helping them start their fires on their side, and the Democrats are like trying to put out the fires that the left is starting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's a miscalculation on the side of the left, because typically we want to leverage fervor on your party, not constantly cool it down. Like, I think Democrats are afraid of their base in a lot of ways, because they'll lose good jobs. They'll lose good jobs. That's what happens. Republicans, they don't even care if you assassinate their leaders. They'll be like, yo, we'll just turn it into like a issue to further chin up the base. It'll all be red meat. Like, they don't give a shit, because like the thing that they want is like, they have a clear vision of the future. They want an all-white, Christian, heteronormative state. And they are willing to make sacrifices in service to that. Democrats are not, they don't have the same vision for the world that they want. Democratic leaders, quite frankly, are fine with things as they are. They are not a party of change. They do not have a clear-eyed vision towards a shared goal. And until they're able to articulate one, they're crazy people that know exactly what they want, which is literally, like, by definition, the American way.
Nobody cares how you suck a dick, son. We don't want to have to pay for your pregnancy.
Because we think risks are scary. That's just how we move as a party. It's not working. But we'll see. These midterms, everybody, these midterms are going to be gangbusters. We're going to do it all.
And the thing is that whatever these, popular movements are on the left, there is often a backlash to them. And the fact that Democrats were maybe trying to be a moderating voice to those movements, they never really get credit for that with the voters, right? Like, the backlash is going to happen against, anyone on the left, whether they were like, protesting for Gaza, or they were the ones that weren't pushing for humanitarian aid to go in, or whatever. Like, they all get painted with a broad brush, like, by the voters, and that backlash to all of them. So I don't really see what the win is for Democrats to be this moderating. Like, they're already going to suffer the backlash of it anyway, and they also don't get the benefit of, they have tampered down the enthusiasm to vote for them on the left, and they haven't lessened the backlash that they're going to get from everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. So I think we think of the Democratic Party as like one big, beautiful, sorry. I've had that in my mind because Trump has moved away from one big, beautiful bill. Anyways, this is a really big country, and every district or state or whatever that a Democrat represents is not progressive. I think that we're going to have to better understand that there are places where the Mamdani thing is not going to work. And somehow, because we talk about elections primarily in a national way, there's no room for, like, the nuance, right? Like, there's no room for understanding that Marie Gluesenkamp Perez in Washington State is going to have to do something different than, I don't know, who's super progressive, Pramila Jayapal, you know?
Yeah, but that happened.
But literally, the Republicans are doing exactly what you just said we can't do. I think what you're saying makes total sense. Is at a local election, you might have to run it a little bit different. But now, these are the 4 or 5 things we're going to stick to. And this is all we're going to talk about. We can't talk about every single thing. Like, honestly, I know multiple people came off mute when Bart was talking, which I'm confused because he was home for a second ago. But honestly, the things he was talking about were things that people in round circles that I was around, so people were talking about. And people were like, man, I'm like, really? You know, I have these values matching up to what the Democratic Party is doing right now. I disagree on this point. So there has to be a point where we look at the fact that what the Republican machine is, they literally are bringing together hardcore racists, and evangelicals who are very similar, by the way. But the bottom line is, we have to look at that and go, wait a minute, why is that working? Oh, because at the highest level, they're picking, these are the major things we're going to work on. They acted like Project 2025 didn't even exist during the election. And I was in this room screaming that it did exist, and that it's coming, and then now they're putting it in place. But truth be told, during the election, they pushed that aside because they wanted to win. At some point, the Democratic Party should be like, okay, let's focus on voters' rights. That's one. Let's focus on education. Let's focus on healthcare. Let's focus on racism. Those 4 should be good.
Yeah.
You know, as a party, maybe we shouldn't bring up reparations because we're not in agreement. Maybe as a party, we shouldn't bring up transports because we're not in agreement. Maybe as a party, we shouldn't bring up these things because the party is not in agreement on all of those things.
But Trump did that. No, so the unifying force, right? The person who is able to make all of these conflicting ideas and ideals cohere to voters, right? Like, and become a point of rallying was the person of Trump. Like, that's why I think we're gonna need a remarkable candidate, and then all of our hopes and dreams get funneled into the candidate, and then they say this is the positive vision for the future of America, and we all buy in, and we live happily ever after in a severely diminished democracy.
So why did Al Gore leave?
The Brooks Brothers riot.
No new taxes. They got united behind a party. Wait, was that no new tax this year?
No new taxes is George H.W. Bush.
Yeah, that
Gore lost because Clinton got his dick sucked.
I think Gore lost because Bush was a more charming candidate, and the Chads in Florida.
It's because the Supreme Court didn't let them keep counting the votes because they dropped.
The point I was trying to make was this doesn't just start with Trump. I think Trump has been the perfect piece to fit into this, but I don't think it just started with him. I think that it's looking more like Obama was an anomaly of somebody that was able to pull more of the country together.
I have evidence that Brian is
I don't
correct.
think Obama was an anomaly at all. I don't know why you would say that. Why would Obama be an anomaly?
Because there's nothing else like him anywhere.
Was an anomaly.
There's no other Barack Obama.
There's 3 people talking though.
There's no other Barack Obamas in the country. Can you name 2?
Shapiro and
Well,
you
can
can
I
ask what
respond?
you want to. You asked me to name 1, 2, and I did. So if you don't like them, that's just not my problem. But you asked me, and those are my choices. So can you name?
Ain't nobody burning down Barack Obama's house in his own state.
1.
You know, Lisa, I never interrupted anyone on stage, and I mostly kept my mouth shut. But I think Shapiro would be a terrible candidate because all the people that hate Israel, and there's a lot of people in the Democratic Party that hate Israel and want to
I don't know
they would
how
vote
you
against
me. You
him.
never interrupted anybody.
Well, I haven't interrupted anyone today. Is that fair to say?
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, Bart.
Okay, so today I haven't interrupted anyone, and the proof that Brian is correct, be very brief here, is I just got back from Europe. The exact same policies Kamala to lose are causing elections in Europe to swing the other way. In the UK, Nigel Farage is about to become
Obama being a nominee.
Well, the answer is Obama was able to bring America together, and the Democratic Party policies for some of the activists today
Did he really?
They can't. Yes, he did. He brought America together. He won
He did. So
landslide.
all those people who were just hiding, those racists. No. The racists just went underground, sir.
And they voted.
I mean, there's lots of Obama Trump voters.
A lot of those racists voted for that Negro and then regretted it. I'll never vote for a Negro again.
Racists.
Yes. Many racists voted for Obama.
Wow. Where's the paper on that? Please.
Well, one thing that I point to,
Bart is one of them.
I mean, there's many papers on it.
Oh, I didn't know you were a racist, Bart.
Bart voted for Obama. He's racist as hell.
And I voted for Clinton.
Yeah, man. Racists be making good decisions every now and then politically. They used to make good decisions. Racists used to make healthy democratic decisions all the time.
Democratic Party was a big tent under Clinton and won landslides. You got to get back to that time or else keep losing.
Hold on,
All
say that
the
again.
racists vote for a black
Say that
man.
again.
I
Hold on,
want to
here
do a
we say.
study on that in a room, please. Thank you.
Say that again. I hear what you said, but
What I said was Bill Clinton brought together a huge tent and he won slides. And the people that are not copying Clinton are the reason the party keeps losing. The activists that refuse to emulate Clinton guarantee that the party will lose the next 5 presidential elections. Clinton has the only formula for winning, in my humble view.
it's a different climate. This is not 1992. Respectful. Nothing close. We are never going back.
I mean, Clinton's why we're all here right now.
Ever.
Clinton honestly created the environment for this all.
No, actually,
Never
Clinton was smart enough.
going
I'll let my
back.
Clinton was smart enough to run on the issue of deporting all
We
illegals.
are never
And because
going
we ran
back.
Yeah, but just let me finish and then you can criticize.
Never,
Policy,
ever going back.
is so popular in Europe and in the U.S. that any Democrat that refuses to deport illegals,
Bart
I guarantee
Simpson.
will lose. That's an unpopular statement to say in this room, but I have receipts and I'm done speaking.
We're past the immigration.
Clinton's strategy is going to work in 2026. Like, come on, let's keep it real. Stop it.
Hey, I think Bart doesn't get listened to in white rooms because if I was white and I got treated the way Bart does, I would be talking to y'all every day.
He said he's Hispanic, too.
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
Dude, we changing up. That's that fucking, what's his real name? Diego.
Bart is a white guy. He got to be Cuban or something.
Oh, shit. He's definitely not Cuban because they're a lot less watered down with their racism. And I don't even know if he's racist. Well, no. Let's not even get into it. All I'm saying is, nah.
So if shit gets like really, really,
Obama,
really bad.
Obama won his elections because people wanted to see a change in the country, and you could equate that to why Trump won, at least the first one. But people wanted to see something.
Here's my opinion on the strategy moving forward. I think the Democratic Party, all of us that vote on a regular basis, that vote consistently, it's time for us to be taken advantage of. We're not going anywhere. Post-MAGA, we're definitely going to vote blue no matter who. The party is at the whims of the people that sat out in the last election, particularly in the swing states. And if we don't play to them and make sure that they come out, nothing fucking matters. That's how I feel.
Do you think a democratic process that allowed for a primary would have helped or hurt Kamala? Because I think it would have probably hurt her, but maybe helped the country. If she just had to fight for it.
She would have won the primary?
Yeah, I think it would help.
I think she would have won the primary.
She might have won it.
Harping on that. Stepped up.
Harping on what? It was a dull and it was a lull in the conversation.
I don't think it's useful.
It's the real quick. All right, I'll save all
God, I think we would have won the primary. You don't think we would have won the primary?
I don't know. I just think it would have been better if we had a primary.
Who would have beat her? Who would have beat Kamala?
I didn't say any. What is going on? I said I don't know.
Oh,
It probably would have been better if we had a primary.
I got you. Of course. I think so too. Yeah. Sure.
You can split their base even further. You know what? I'm falling into it. Never mind.
Hold on. That's a decent enough combo.
I think Americans like to feel like they had a democratic process, and they didn't feel that way about how Kamala was chosen. And I think
that is a talking point that the conservatives, and this is I'm frustrated.
All right, forget it. I don't want to talk with you like this. You're supposed to do your yelling thing. I want you to.
Like we've gotten along for like 5 minutes, and that's a record for us. So I get what you're going for, but the point is this: I think one of the biggest weaknesses of the liberals is the fact that conservatives define who the liberals are, what their talking points are, they reframe it all, and then they say the liberals think this, when the liberals have not thought this, and they spread it all over the place. They own the landscape of, describing and defining who and what the liberals are. There weren't a whole bunch of people demanding a primary 107 days before the election. That is something that a bunch of, coonish mofos with talking points came into our spaces and claimed. There's no truth or evidence to that.
Is it really?
Even if it was true, how dumb could you be when you have 107 days until election to take time to now introduce new people who some people will fall in love with and host a primary? I mean, it's just stupid on its face, and it just really annoys the heck out of me to hear that thrown up over and over again. Do you think that the Republicans give a damn about traditions and political mores and all of that shit?
You don't want to do it, but you give me a head talk. You can't do this. We gotta both agree not to do it.
Look, I ain't talking to you, Artie. Nobody's here for you, Artie. I'm just saying what I think.
Okay.
I'm the leader of this group. I'm the singer. I got runs.
What the fuck is going on?
I go up, down. I got range.
All right, is it hard to say that Biden just should have said it out, and maybe that was the problem?
They should have
He should not have ran. He said that he was only going for one term. That's what he should have did. I mean, if we want to, he fucked it up. If there's a blame, it has to be on him. Like, why is this hard to say?
And that bitch Karen Jill. I just want to put that out there.
I don't. Can you not?
It is what it is.
Really that word. What the fuck?
I got it off my chest. It felt better. I feel much better having said it. I know Jill did this shit to us. I know Jill took
advantage. Did you get the blood off your chest too?
She took advantage of that decrepit man in his moment of decline.
Next.
And went for
Did you guys hear what Laura Loomer, I think her name is, said about Jasmine Crockett?
Yes.
No, that is a bitch.
Okay.
That chiseled jawed. She looks like a bad guy out of fucking James Bond. What's the one with the metal teeth in James Bond? What's that motherfucker's name?
No, ma'am, I didn't hear it, ma'am.
I'm a call.
She said she called her ghetto ass.
Okay, I can play it if you want.
It's more to good.
There's a lot of chaos going on in this room.
It's on Twitter.
It's been going on for the last 72 hours.
Fucking wall.
Very, I don't know. You put the letter in.
It's inexcusable violence, and it just looks like she wants to be one of these. All right, when I say she, I'm talking about Jasmine Crockett. She wants to be like this. I don't know, like this caricature, right? Like this ghetto boosang, like, hey, look at me, I'm some gangsta black bitch, and I'm about to pop a cap in your ass, and we're gonna fight the white man and the patriarchy, and I'm about to go get my hair did, and look at my nails. Like, she just talks like filth. She just doesn't know how to speak proper English, and I know that she actually does know how to to speak proper English because there are people who have actually done side-by-side videos of when she ran for Congress originally, and she was like, yes, hi, my name is Jasmine Crockett. I grew up Catholic, and I grew up in a black family, and, she's like talking like normal, trying to speak like a normal person as opposed to speaking Ebonics, and like this, look at it.
This is where we have post-Trump.
It's important to realize this, though. When Republicans talk like this, they're literally telling you they're intimidated by black AAV, by black voices. Like, they know if you speak white, if you sound whiter, you're less dangerous. And the blacker you sound, the more dangerous and the harder it is for them to deal with you. So the argument is to remove her blackness because they're literally getting cooked by her on the mic.
That's such an absurd. I'm sorry. What a ridiculous analysis.
It's not a ridiculous analysis. Being black helps. It's culturally valuable. Sounding black is
the idea that Laura Loomer would be intimidated by the presentation of blackness.
She is.
So
definitely afraid of it.
after she mentioned that, then she went on Twitter.
Got a black voice like that.
Can y'all hear me?
You can crack it up.
I could get my crack it up, but I don't. I'm sorry.
I don't know why you hating on yourself. You know you got it in there.
Come on, Doctor.
Oh, you have to move him down. You have to. All right. So after that came out, she went on Twitter and she said,
it hurts my heart that we have ghetto black bitches who hate America since serving in Congress. The next tweet was, ghetto. I guess I finna watch my back. God forbid Shaniqua pops a cap in my ass. You feel me? Question mark.
Mel, I have a question.
It's way more than that.
Where are we? Hold on, y'all.
Oh, you have more tweets? I just have those two.
Yeah, I have a question.
It was way more.
Now, we're saying it's because it's blackness, right? But my question is, this kind of openly racist attack, it seems to me that it's only they're only capable of doing this with black women. So I want someone to just correct me if I'm wrong. Would she have gotten away with this if she was talking about a black politician?
No.
Okay, now why not?
And why wouldn't she say this about a black male politician?
Oh, I didn't ask about why. I'm just saying because I'm hearing this kind of openly, proudly racist attack. Black bitch, this, that, and the third. I'm hearing it over and over again with black women who are standing up for democracy. And I'm not hearing a groundswell of pushback from anybody, to be quite honest. But I want to know, would this fly if it was done against a black male politician or advocate for the liberals?
Of course it would. You think racism?
Because black magazines are something here. We're getting on to something.
No, we're not. You ain't going to say anything. What are you saying?
Yeah, they call that one dude APEC Shakur. Like, racism is back. It's just in vogue.
Yeah, it's that Laura Loomer is racist to everybody.
I like what Dr. Particular.
Got it.
I like what Dr. Particular said in the chat. She wouldn't have gotten away with offending a black man because a black woman would have come to his aid.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Standing up for democracy. And I'm not hearing
I don't want to stick to
She could
Laura
say it
So
because
y'all
she
probably
probably heard black men saying it as well.
Y'all are
Got away with saying it. You probably heard black magazines saying it too. That too, Deborah. That's also true.
This is insane. Y'all are turning a white woman's racist statement against a black woman into like a black man. That is what you just.
Breathe for a second and listen to what we're talking. Yeah, breathe for a
Black
second.
men are literally defending Joe right now as a rocket. Black men are literally up and down social media.
And it's black MAGAs. We're talking about her in this very room over and over again about her eyelashes and how ghetto she was in this room.
How many of us here are MAGAs? You just said black men. You didn't say black MAGAs. They said
I
black
did.
men.
I said black MAGAs because you running your mouth so you can't hear. Because you just talked.
I'm not arguing with you.
I said black MAGAs. I didn't say black men. I said MAGAs.
Understand how important it is to get off the Laura Loomer and talk about black men. Y'all see how silly that shit is?
That's a stupid
Y'all, it's
Okay,
embarrassing. It really
MJ,
is.
this is not about black men. Okay, because there are
particular made it about black men, and they all surfaced the comment like
okay. Jesus, I am asking you all to see the dynamic that it is okay to be open season in the most vile, racist way against black women who are speaking up for democracy. That is what I'm saying. So if you're feeling hit, that's on you. What I'm saying is,
protect them.
Well,
Protect y'all.
if you could just chill for a second and allow me to finish a sentence, then maybe you wouldn't have to be so defensive. What I'm saying is, if this kind of thing was said against Cory Booker or something like that on a public, national TV show or whatever, I personally believe, and I could be wrong, that even white people would stand up for against this in a groundswell that could not be taken.
Amazing.
I believe this. And, okay, so prove me wrong. Go ahead, MJ.
It's just ridiculous to think that black men listen to this and are not entirely disgusted. The first person I saw repost this thing online on my IG feed, which is basically when it first dropped, was fucking DL Hughley. And he's fucking furious. Like, there's so many. I don't know if you don't see the black men because you don't follow the black men, or you don't care to see what their opinions are. But it's disgusting to us. What are you saying? I don't understand where you're coming from with this shit. I really don't.
Listening, because I didn't say black men are the only people involved. What I said was the taste, or I should say the distaste, for this kind of behavior against black female advocates for democracy. Please listen to what I'm saying.